Hi, I'm James. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic and addict. I live stream here on Addiction Recovery every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, so hit the subscribe, the bell, and check out the join button to help me carry the message. Guess what? Fear. Now that I can't drink liquid courage, what am I supposed to do with all this fear? Well, I don't have the answer, okay? Don't look at me for the answer. Everyone fears shit. Uh, stupid little fears. What are they gonna think about my pimple? What if the other human beings see that I am a human being with a pimple? What is up with fear? It's silly. Stupid ass fear had us drunk for 25 years. Us being me and my multiple personalities. And probably you or someone you know. How's it going, Michael? Feel free to chat if you're new here. This is essentially a podcast where we talk about addiction and recovery and everything in between. Fears. While you guys trickle in and chat amongst yourselves, let me read the daily reflection of I fear that my back injury is going to affect my life. I fear that I'm never going to have a nice butt because I won't be able to work out and do squats and deadlifts because of my stupid back injury. June 20th, Alcoholics Anonymous Daily Reflection. Release from fear. The problem of resolving fear has two aspects. We shall have to try for all the freedom from fear that is possible for us to attain. Then we shall need to find both the courage and grace to deal constructively with whatever fears remain, as Bill sees it. Most of my decisions were based on fear. Alcohol made life easier to face, but the time came when alcohol was no longer an alternative to fear. One of the greatest gifts in AA for me has been the courage to take action, which I can do with God's help. After 5 years of sobriety, I have had to deal with a heavy dose of fear. God put the people in my life to help me do that, and through working the 12 steps, I am becoming a whole person I wish to be, and for that I am deeply grateful. Blah, 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 blah. Well, not all testimonies of alcoholism, sobriety are all butterflies and rainbows. I have my bad days, and today was one of them, mostly because an old back injury is flaring up, and all kinds of probably fears are haunting me. It is said that every emotion stems from either love or fear. Well, I don't love my back injury, so I'm probably scared that it's going to affect how good my butt looks. How you doing today, Michael? How are you all of you all? How are you all of you y'all doing? There's all kinds of fears. When I've been in a horrid car accident in my life, yes, I was drunk, but I've seen other accidents that weren't. Anyway, I spent 2.5 months in a coma, had to learn how to walk again, almost did die twice on the operating table. So now whenever I go drive for groceries, I'm a little nervous and a little anxious. Probably because the world is overpopulated and people don't know how to drive. And I'm scared to death. Now, we used to drink, whether we want to admit it or not, mostly because of fears. Fears of social events that we didn't know how to act at, projections into the future in our head that were riddled with fear. Fears of being born alone, living alone, and dying alone. One that still particularly haunts me these days, even though I've chosen to live alone my entire life. Why? Probably because I fear. I'm just being honest. Fear will haunt us. It is said that you can either face everything and recover, or forget everything and run. Well, you know. Michael said, I'm good. I haven't been doing much today, staying inside mostly because it's so hot. Yeah, it's hot everywhere. Sounds like you're doing better than average, although it's hard to tell through text. I'm glad to know you're doing all right. And yes, it is historically hot, homie. What up, Kopic? No, my back hurts. I got a Mondo pimple on my forehead. Fear is in my life. I'm a seemingly retarded alcoholic on a day-to-day basis. Life is hard to handle, problematic. I've been just hanging out in Facebook comments and disagreeing with everything that everybody says. I'm pretty sick of life, to be straight up honest. Life be lifin'. It's good to see you, Kopic. It has been hot. I hear it's hotter in New York than it is down here in Louisiana. Well, not that I live in Louisiana, but I fear that trolls on the internet will hunt me down and steal my fish tank, my Jaws board game. I fear that I bought that Jaws board game and I will never get to play it with anybody until the day I die. Because I have no friends. Why do I have no friends? Probably because of fear. Irrational fears haunt us daily. What is up with this? Who caused this? What is the meaning of this? As Mike Tucker likes to say. What's the deal with all this fear? So much fear. Alcoholics are born. Then they find out they can't even, you know what I mean? Drink. Damn sick of this world. I don't know about you guys, but today I got fed up. I don't know if it's my back pain. Yeah, that's my favorite movie in the whole wide world. Yeah, it's a Jaws game. It's never been opened. I have non-open board games in my house. It's pathetic. What is wrong with me? I fear there is something alcoholism. Alcoholics Anonymous book explains that we're never truly able to form a true partnership with another human being. What? Who dealt me these cards? I fear that I'm looking too much into the legal life termination laws in Oregon. Don't get excited. I thought it was a picture of Jaws to keep your fish in line. That's Uncle Jaws. Yeah, it's like every third day is a rough day, and then I get super motivated the next day, and I'm like, oh, God bless the world, man. All you got to do is stay in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And then comes like misery, discontent, restlessness, irritability, and a back injury. Bro, I'm walking around sexy as hell and I can't do anything with it. What kind of horse shit hand is that to be dealt? Alcoholics not being able to have partners is horse shit. Even Bill W. had a wife and a lifelong partner. Yeah, he had both. Kopic. He was he hooked up with his, that other lady. I don't know. Watch the documentary. It's not horseshit, bro. I'm living it. And I just had a meeting of people talking about it. It's not horseshit, bro. You can't just say something's horseshit and it is. I can read it. June 13th, daily reflection of the day. Kopic, yeah, he had a wife and a girlfriend. He watch the documentary. How can they say alcoholics have to be alone? They don't say that. Those are your words. No, you're missing the point. Let's look at June 13th's daily reflection, and it explains it briefly. Why do I know this? Because I just brought this up in a meeting. I just referenced this. June 12th, forming true partnerships. No, bro. Fear is real. Fear is real. All right, how you doing, Purple Turtle? Just settle down. I'm just venting here, okay? And it feels good, to be honest. June 12th, daily reflection, forming true partnerships. But it is from our twisted relations with family, friends, and society at large that many of us have suffered the most. We have been especially stupid and stubborn about them. The primary fact that we fail to recognize is our total inability to form a true partnership with another human being. Kopic, are you single? Can these words apply to me? Am I still unable to form a true partnership with another human being? What a terrible handicap that would be for me to carry into my sober life. In my sobriety, I will meditate and pray to discover how I can be a trusted friend and companion. Yeah, that's your idea, Kopic. A lot of people have ideas. A lot of people have opinions. They're not all right. I mean, in fact, I don't even know what's right and what's wrong anymore, or what, even if they exist. Fear is a reaction to a known issue or problem, or it is false evidence appearing real. Irrational fears. Here's an example. That thumbnail for this live stream, I have on a yellow t-shirt underneath a black button-up shirt, and I don't have a tracheotomy scar. That t-shirt is the one that I wrapped. The paramedics had to dig me out of my Ford Explorer in that t-shirt, cut it off of me. I had blood all over it. It was one of my favorite t-shirts. It disappeared. Now I am pretty nervous on highways and shit. Reaction to an expectation, same thing. False evidence appearing real. FEAR. Bro, it's just something that exists. Alcoholics have trouble forming true partnerships. It's in the book. Read the book. I can testify to it. Like I said, I'm perfectly eligible, except I've been through a crap ton of relationships. Sabotaged them. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad you think so optimistically, Kopic. You're a very optimistic, positive thinker. I appreciate that. I've been married many years, but many people these days are divorced or choosing not to get married at all, Bonnie says. Good for you. There are married people in Alcoholics Anonymous. There are alcoholics that, you know what I mean? I think you're missing the point. With the disease of alcoholism, there comes a difficulty in forming true partnerships, true relationships, whether it be family, friends, significant others, romance, society, authority, a relationship with your higher power. Helen back, and you are here to make sure we don't. Your testimony and vulnerability are second to none. Hey, what's up, JB? Right, you're just so adorably optimistic, Kopic. Thanks. Vince P. Psilocybin got me off alcohol, and now I'm pursuing an arm wrestling career, which keeps me stable and disciplined. Lost over 75 pounds since October, and I'm now state amateur champ. Right on, Vince P. Yeah, psilocybin. It is magical. I'm off of Prozac, and actually psilocybin makes me a bit quick-tempered. Has anybody ever noticed that? Centered ego aside, everything you do on the mind, on your mind's checklist, then all of a sudden it won't be so hard to find that relationship, brother. Yeah, that's what it was talking about. There is no doubting that there exists in Alcoholics and Addicts a problematic ability to form true partnerships. But it was talking about, we shall need to find both the courage and grace to deal constructively with whatever fears remain. Oh, that's today's. Well, I don't know much, but I'm starting to learn that maybe the self-centered, the egocentric personalities of the alcoholic, they go hand in hand. Self-centered and addiction is hand in hand. Case exhibit evidence number 1, you never get drunk for anybody else. Never in my life have I gotten drunk for someone else. And even when they beg you to stop, you don't. That's just an example, but I don't know everyone. It's still a mystery to me. I'm leaving it up to God's will to release me from the fear of you know how that feels, bro? You know how that feels to be perfectly eligible and people look at you like, I wonder what's wrong with them, you know? I don't know what they're thinking, but I look at myself, I'm like, what the f is wrong with me? I've had perfectly, I don't know about perfectly, but I've found something wrong with every relationship I've ever been with. I don't know about now. I'm a changed person. I've had a spiritual awakening. Yeah, I know that, Kopic. That's why I kind of fixed myself there. Ow! What people think of me is none of my business. And plus, people's opinions. Geez, Jiminy Christmas. Dude, I've been running through Facebook comments because I'm like sick and twisted and bored and scared of what the hell I'm going to do with my life. And my back hurts. Well, I had back surgery in 2019, and I was deadlifting the other day without a weight belt on. Why? Because my opinions got in front of facts. That's why. Now I relapsed into a back injury. My back injury has relapsed. Tom Sox says alcohol ruined every one of my relationships. Yeah, I would say try not to, well, whatever. What am I looking for in a relationship? I just want someone to watch movies with. That's it. Oh boy. Spinal stenosis with 2, 3, 4 extruded discs. Oof, man, that's bad. Yeah, I had a herniated disc that was radiating down my leg because it was pushing on the horsetail nerves and all that. So I got a microdiscectomy where they removed the herniated part of the disc. Now I just have a bulging disc. And my whole body's messed up, man. I was doing crazy stuff. back when my opinions were ruling my world? Which part explains a lot? Yeah, well, I wasn't powerlifting. It wasn't that heavy. And I have been going. That's why I'm so pissed. I was being cautious. One time I didn't wear the belt. And, you know what I mean? What's up, Chore Bunny? I like any movies she likes because I get to watch it through her eyes, or I like any movie that I just like movies, man. I don't know why. Having a movie on is like my paradise. Movies, shows, you know what I mean? What kind of movies do you like, Chore Bunny? Where, yeah, it didn't occur when I was deadlifting. It actually occurred when I was bicep curling, 7 or 8 exercises later. But I can't imagine anything but I rarely deadlift, and yeah, I'm pissed, Daniel, because I was being careful and I was slowly building muscles that stabilize my back, and I haven't had back pain for a while, or neck pain, or a headache that radiates from my bulging disc in my neck. And, my cobra neck is coming along. My buys are coming along. And my muscles are coming along. Now I can't freaking even move, so I can't go to the workout. You know what I mean? I thought my muscles were being built around the injury, and you know what I mean? And I've been working out, and you know what I mean? My gym is out in the woods, felling trees with a handsaw, moving rocks. No gym for me. I don't go to the gym either. I go to my buddy's garage, and he's a power lifter, and he talked me into deadlifting. But it's not his fault. What up, Jay Tabor? I got my license back. Hey, I knew it. Finally passed my on-road paid. I told you. Hey, Tabor was fearing he wouldn't get his license back. Expired right before the pandemic, couldn't renew it, and the process was just taking forever. I was getting discouraged and procrastinating, but finally did it. Everything got done. Yeah, I remember you said your brother brought the wrong license or something. Bonnie, I have scoliosis, she says. 2 major spinal fusion surgeries and 3 rods in my back, cervical spine fusion, metal plates in it, and arthritis in both of my knees. Veteran of spinal surgeries. That sucks, Bonnie. Swimming involves too much twisting of spine. Still get yourself some exercise. A mental gym issue. That become an issue on your mental, so make sure to be active. True that. Every time I stand up, though, or walking I walk the dogs, but it's just painful and vexing, and it comes from fear. If you dig down to it, it comes from fear. I fear, because I was getting built. I was feeling sturdy. I was playing pickleball, disc golf. You know what I'm saying? Running game. Again, I'm getting a little more sexually social. And boom, now I'm limping around like an old man and like gritting my teeth and shit because the pain is so, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm glad you got your license, bro. That's good news. You were pretty down the last time. But Mike Tucker said this will be my 5-year sober this year, and I do feel like I'm getting my brain back a bit. Right on, they say you get your brain back at your 5 years clean from alcohol. And that means physical brain, neural pathways, and brain cells or whatnot. Swimming laps, different strokes will change your whole body shape. Try that. I do. I want to. I will. Right now, I've just been laying down as much as I can. And today, I did this Monday. Was supposed to work out yesterday. I was supposed to remove the carpet. I was getting some stuff done. And then my back injury flared up again. And out of nowhere. Just because... Yeah, congrats on 5 years, bro. Hey, Tina Hinkle. I'm just venting tonight. I got a, back pain and fear and just mental ghosts. Chore Bunny, documentaries, nature comedies, medieval drama, etc. Homemade popcorn with extra butter. Let's do it, Chore Bunny. Let's just move in together. It's not moving too fast, is it? Yeah, I got a pool to swim in. I just got to utilize it. I got a pool key, a community pool, whatever. Hour on the treadmill every day. Right on, Mike Tucker. That'll work. Swimming is a good low impact exercise. Or at least I heard. I do have a swimmer body. I did that last summer. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna hit the pool, and then I'll feel better. Back on the spin bike. Multiple sclerosis is real. Removing my gallbladder. Oh yeah, I saw you in the hospital there on Facebook. I think I was too busy arguing with a bunch of strangers to to pay attention to anything real. I guess that's something I got now. I deleted Instagram because I don't like the way I feel being pulled towards these. But now Facebook is like virtually impossible to get rid of. If you try to delete it, somehow it'll pop up like, it just doesn't leave. But why do I have Facebook? Diving Michael Phelps shit. Yeah, I've been careful. That's one of the reasons why I'm so pissed. I've been careful. I thought I was building even, my powerlifting buddy. I told him straight up when we started working out. All right, man, I'm not going to be lifting heavy weights. I don't care about my ego. I don't care about all that. I'm not going to be lifting heavy weights. I got a back injury. I got a different body type than you. He's powerful, bro. He's throwing up 325 on the bench. I'm not trying to do that. I'm more concentrated on form and building muscle around my old injuries. And he wasn't even there when I was doing the deadlift. And, the deadlifts didn't hurt. It was later but I'm sure it was the deadlifts. I even told him, I'm like, bro, that looks like a good way to hurt your back. But whatever, you live, you learn. I've had trouble accepting fear and pain today and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I don't like powerlifting. Powerlifting has never been my thing. I don't care really how much I can lift. I want to lift 12 reps, 10 reps, and 8 reps. 3 sets of 12, 10, and 8, slowly increasing the weight. Good form from the first rep to the 12th. So if my form is any less formidable on my 12th rep than it was on my first, I'm coming down in weight. That's the way I build this Michael Phelps body. That's been successful for me. But I think I went a little too hard with no weight belt on the deadlifts. You know what I mean? Tight from stress. Yeah. I mean, probably. Yeah. So what are you stressed about? I'm stressed about who am I? What am I going to do with my life? I'm in my house way too much. I got a extremely part-time job as a security guard for a zoo, and I got my peer support specialist certification in September. But daily I'm like, yo, where's my movie watching partner? Where's my partner? Why can't I ever kept a partner? What is wrong with me? You know what I mean? And I look good. I feel good. I got it. My six pack is back. I got this I'm on that security. Well, yeah, whatever. I'm Saturday. I'm working that security thing. And then, you know what I mean? That's always been the thing that bothers me. Yo, here's my problem. This is what pisses me off. I am scared to start things because I'm just going to end up circling back to the beginning anyway because I got ADHD. It's a real thing. It is a real thing. I don't want to hear how it's not a real thing. I don't want to hear how you can fight through it. I don't want to hear how you can medicate. I'm doing all those things and my entire life is going by and I keep circling back to the beginning of getting a life. This live stream, posting and stuff, and being able to help and get helped by you guys is something positive in my life. Sure, but I'm still in the house. So I'm getting out of the house. So I've been talking to a lot of people. I have a lot of new friends. They're all in AA. There's pretty girls in AA too. And I've been kind of not scared, but now I got a back injury. So like, where's my confidence going to go? I'm going to be hobbling up with a cane like, yo, what up, shorty? I'm learning a language, finding a TV show you really like. Yeah, well, I'm still in the house. Yeah, I know, Cobbett. I feel that on the relationship. It was nice when I had one. Bro, I've had so many relationships. You know what I mean? Rarely have they ever lasted more than 6 months because of one thing or another. Join clubs and things that interest you. It's a great way to meet new people. So that's what I was doing. Thanks, John. 1111 from Superstitious JV. That's what I was doing, Bonnie. Yo, pickleball. I played 3 times and 2 of those I was playing against young ladies that just happened to want to play. So it's like, boom, I could do that if I didn't have a back injury and if it wasn't 98 degrees outside. Keep doing the damn thing. You'll be fine soon and you'll be stronger than how you entered it cognitively. That's the scary part, is the back injury is, the pain is just like, it wasn't hurting a little bit and it builded. And it was immediately the pain that was prevalent right before my back surgery. So it's like, oh man, you know what I mean? But I know, I'm just venting. I hope I'm not discouraging anyone or toxifying anyone. But back pain is aggravating. It'll have you pissed. Mike Tucker, thank you. Oh, you guys are sweet. Hey, I'm sad. Because of these super chats and the memberships, this is shaping up to be my biggest revenue month since 2020, when everybody was stuck in their house. And on the live streams. yeah, who knows? Maybe in the course of the next week or so, this will start, whatever. YouTube will never allow anyone, YouTube is a crock of crap. They won't allow, they're incredibly demanding. But you guys make it worth it. But I do need to get out of the house and do something. And walking around the zoo in the evening time, right next to downtown, I don't know. I'm just complaining. I don't like getting on here when I'm being all toxic, but my back hurts. I'm alone. I no longer even I don't have my nicotine vape. I don't get to relieve myself. And no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking, and that is another thing. I don't do that herbation. I don't do that herbation because I'm not about relieving my discomfort by vaping, drinking, snorting Xanax, or that herbation. You know what I mean? I hate the vapes, bro. I'll breathe the vape more than I breathe air because every time it's like running into a brick wall. Here's what I can tell you about recovery. When you gradually eliminate these vices, these binkies, these pacifiers, when you gradually eliminate them, you constantly run up against a wall where you have nothing to grab. And thank you again, Mike and JV. But you'll constantly run up against a wall with your feelings, with your fear, with your anger, with your loneliness, with your exhaustion, and you have nothing to reach for. There's no more vapes. There's no more bottles of booze. There's no more Xanax. So what happens is you start to fix these things like we were supposed to learn how to fix them back in our teens when we started drinking. But we never did because we drank over them. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, use just goes up and up and up. It's like a little pacifier. It's like a little binky. You know what I mean? What are you trying to medicate? It's alcoholism. It's addiction. It's fear, loneliness, anger, exhaustion, worry, desperation. It's mostly fear. Any age-old lesson will teach us that most of these emotions are founded in fear. What am I scared of? I'm scared my whole life is going to pass and I would have just been pacing around my house wondering what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Just barely skimming by financially on the skim of my teeth. But I've signed up for this peer support specialist thing. Another reason I'm so pissed today is because I've been trying to update my resume and apply for the peer support specialist jobs even before I get certified. But I can't for the life of me figure out how to edit a PDF for free. And every time I sit down, my back is tweaking, so I can't even sit in front of my computer for that long. So I'm like, and my attention, bro. Anybody with ADHD can understand this. It's a real thing. I have short doses when I can be productive. So I'll try to work on my resume, but you know what I mean? And I'll try to work on long form videos for the channel, and it just won't work. I don't know if it's because I'm aging and ADHD is getting better or whatever. So what do? With ADHD, it's frustrating too. You're just like, I can't do this, I can't do that. You just sit down with your vape. Before you know it, you sit down with your weed. Before you know it, you sit down with your booze, and you're back. And you're back in the booze saddle again. And that is alcoholism. So I just go to meetings. But right now, reaching out to my steering wheel is so painful. I was laughing because people that are driving by me, all they see is like, oh shit. Oh, ah. 1,411 days since John Venturini had a cigar. Yeah, the vapes, I mean, you can feel what it's doing to your body. But my point is, without the vape, as you eliminate these vices from your life, like cigars, cigarettes, vapes, booze, Xanax, weed, these are instant solutions to feelings that have been persistent. So how do we handle them now? I go to AA meetings. I read the daily reflection. I do these live streams and I talk about it. I'll feel better. I feel better already. I wasn't this lively before I got on the live stream. I was just a bump on a log. You know what I'm saying? But those vapes are especially insidious because you don't even have to push a button anymore. You just inhale. So I'm just carrying this mofo around, just inhaling, treating my anger, fear, discontent. It's just an immediate binky session. You know what I mean? So, that's what's going on in my life. What's happening with you guys? I asked a girl at a meeting, real cute girl, seems to have some good sobriety and a good program and a good mind on her and everything. I asked her for a number. She said, come around some more. And maybe. And I said, all right, I'll come around some more. And then I came around some more and didn't get a chance to talk to her this time. But maybe next time. I don't know. I'm just following God's will here. Then there's the fear of, will you ever? Even in the daily reflection, a random alcoholic was like, what a crock of shiza. You get sober and you still have problem forming true relationships, like true partnerships, which is nothing new. I mean, people have trouble forming true partnerships, especially in this whack ass world with everybody's opinions, thinking their opinions are the best things ever. So yeah, my dad's getting back from his he's getting back. He had to bury one of his good friends, and we're gonna go on a hike. You know, I'll spend some time with my dad. I just, with ADHD, you're just like, who am I? What have I ever finished? What have I ever... And, I'm just acting like a little baby. Because obviously I built a channel that helps people and helps me. It brings in like 2 cents a year. But that doesn't matter, I guess. And then you go get a $5 footlong at Subway and it's $13.95. Stupid ass world. Well, you're right. Dating kind of sucks, Alex. I mean, I don't even like dating. I don't even see. With ADHD, you don't even want to leave your house. You're just like, if I leave my house, I might not even remember, you might not even. I'm just rolling around, like my sponsor says, rolling around in my crap today. What do you mean, Mike Tucker? When you got into the relationship I told you shouldn't have? You shouldn't have. Went to a thrift shop today and it was so much fun. All kinds of interesting treasures. Something for everyone, cost effective too. Yeah, I be having good days. And then I'll have a day like today where it's just like, I mean, really, it's like, oh, I can't say the suicide word or else, you know, all hell will break loose. But like, it's like, what the hell? What the hell's up with this world? Why is it so difficult? You know what I'm saying? When you had a girlfriend, I told you you shouldn't be dating, even though she was fire. Yeah, what about it? And I don't say I try not to say don't date or you shouldn't date or give you advice. I say I wouldn't do it. If I was you, I wouldn't do it. You take that forever, however, you know what I'm saying? So what happened to the relationship I told you shouldn't have? Jeremiah Leisure, it's hard to go out around normies, but if I could just get to the sauna once, I am sweating and my blood is thin and I feel better. Oh. It ended because she's for the streets. Are you sure that's why it ended? I don't know what she's for the streets means. James, I'm gonna kick your ass. You said live in the present moment. It curbs anxiety now. I want you to do the same, just teasing. Yeah, I know, right? You know, one day I'm like doling out bestsellers, and the next I'm like, I can't even. I'm thinking of moving to Oregon where they have. You know what I'm saying? They recommend you wait a year into your sobriety before dating. That they do. However, I find it hard to believe that 366 days later you'll be ready to date. I know this to not be true because I went 8 years and I wasn't ready. I went 8 years without drinking and I wasn't ready. There's no rule of thumb, and that's not in the big book. The big book, the 12 steps are the program. Other stuff is just, even getting a sponsor is not in the big book, but we all know that is definitely something that we should do. Given all the crap going on and not feel the weight of that, it feels very oppressive to me, but I tend to feel things others may not. Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. I don't want to bum anybody out, but on the walk, but I'm going to anyway. On my dog walk today, there was a baby bird. It was hot as balls already at like 10 in the morning. And there was a baby bird, barely had feathers on it, just dying on the hot concrete. Barely could open its eyes, yet it's being fried on the hot concrete. What kind of world is this? Then I'm like thinking about taking it home and nursing it back to health. And I'm like, well, that's not God's will. So I threw it in the shady bush so it'll be a little more comfortable as it dies. So that kind of ruined my day. Emotionally available, wait to date, also go slow and observe a person. It takes time and really get to know a person. This is all good advice. I'm literally just going by God's will. And you know what I'm fearful about is that it's not in God's will for me to have a partner. I'm just going to be alone all my life. And you know what I'm saying? And I chose to be alone. I've kicked girls out. I've broken up with girls, women, you know what I'm saying? This isn't just, you know what I mean? It's like I said, whatever. God's will be done. I am a little fearful, especially after seeing that bird get fried on a pavement, that God's will might not be too comfortable. Sure, I want a young lady to watch Netflix and chill with. But what I want has notoriously been bad for me. So, like, I'm not forcing it. I do believe in God's will, but I also accept God's will. And if a baby bird can be frying in the 95-degree sun on the concrete for no damn reason, then I'm pretty sure God will have no problem with me being alone till my dying day. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? No, you can't force it. I've tried to force it before, and I've had relapse stories from trying to force dating. No, he doesn't. Well, who the hell knows what he does? It's God. In my opinion, God is reality. It just happens, and you either accept it or don't. God isn't gonna grant me a girlfriend just because I want one. Is my belief. You know what I'm saying? Like, and anytime you pray for things that you want, you're back in your disease. These days, I pray for the ability to help others. I pray where there is pain, I bring comfort. Where there is fear, I bring serenity. Where there is, you know what I'm saying? These are the types of things I'm trying to get a job to help other addicts, maybe even get in their transition, getting out of, incarceration. Oh, word, Noah, you never had a girlfriend all your life? All your 17-year-old life, huh? When I was 17, I was making a mixtape for Brienne and, swearing she was the one and shit. We dated for 2 years. That's when I began to learn that love is a hard thing to define. And very elusive. Sure, she loved me too, and I loved her, and blah blah blah, and 2 years later it's whatever. Back in the days of making mixtapes and everything. Yeah, the leading cause of divorce is marriage. I agree with Mike. God isn't watching you all the time. He just checks in. Everybody's perception of God is different because everyone is different. God is something that, in my understanding, is inexplicable. I don't call it a him. But you can totally if you want. That's the way I see God. Everyone's understanding of God is correct because he is just that vast. But no, I don't believe I can be like, God, give me a girlfriend. I don't believe in praying for other people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think if you pray for me, if I don't know about it, I don't think that's how it works. This is just my conception of God. I believe God's will is reality, and to accept it, that's the way to do it. Go with God's will, not mine. That's I'm growing spiritually. This isn't, I don't, who knows? I pray to God daily. I meditate and pray daily. And I've been tearing people up on Facebook, talking like they know about what happens after we die, talking like they know exactly what God is all about. They got him written, they got his whole life story and bio, like they wrote it and shit. Yeah, and you know what I mean? Sorry, but It's my belief that ego runs mankind, and we think we have to have the final answer for everything, even the big one. What happens after we die? Yeah, really? Mankind has come up with stories about what happens after we die. Really? The ultimate unanswerable question, and you got an answer for it. Okay. So I just say, I don't know. I'm not supposed to know. In my belief, this is my understanding of God. My back's hurt. The only thing that brings me comfort is it's God's will. Whatever God's will is, I accept. I'm not perfect at it. I just started. I have to practice it. But God's will be done. Sure, I'm a little nervous about what God's will is for me, but I trust in God. I do trust that everything I need will be granted. And I've been questioning lately, well, a person needs a partner, doesn't it? Doesn't it, he or she need a partner? We don't give ourselves permission to do that. We write whole books on what we think we know about the ultimate unanswerable question. This is what happens after death. This is exactly what God looks like. Oh, word, you've seen him? No, I haven't seen him, but like they're, I have an argument of why he looks like this. Oh, word, that's your opinion. Sure, keep it. That's cool. And this is what happens when you just scroll through like science and theological comment feeds on Facebook. You get angry and start yelling at clouds. I'm just that old man that yells at a cloud now, I suppose, like on The Simpsons. I've done acupuncture, and even that electric type where they run a current through it. Noah's been pairing alcohol with Benadryl to put him to sleep. I don't recommend it. Well, thanks. Man, I'm really glad you said that too. I had the Benadryl and vodka lined up. Noah says, I'm sick of people saying, I know when the world ends and I know when God come down from the clouds. Yeah, all these people know everything. You know what I'm saying? You haven't heard me say once, I know God exists. I know what happens later. I know that God will grant me a girlfriend. I know that something good will happen to that poor baby bird that I threw in the bush because he was dying in the 95-degree sun. No. I've said God's will be done. I accept that because it's much better than my will being done. I've gotten dime piece dates before, girlfriends. I've live streamed with some of them. I've had girlfriends before that were, I don't want to say perfectly eligible because there must have been a reason why it didn't work out. But then again, I was probably the reason it didn't work out. Thanks, Mike. I mean, it helps me when my sponsor tells me that too. James, you're just human. You're going through what all of us humans. And the reason it wasn't always me too. Some of these bitches were crazy. But I can't help but thinking it. Anyway, God's will be done. You know what I mean? I don't have to like his will. That's my belief in God. I'm not going to pray for a better head of hair and then my pimple goes away and then I get a girlfriend tomorrow. That's not God to me. I'll pray that, you know what I'm saying? That I have the serenity and peace to be able to help others. And yeah, I want serenity and peace too, but I'm not just going to be like, God, give me serenity and peace. I'm really uncomfortable. That's not how I have learned through Alcoholics Anonymous that it works. Who knows if stuff happens for a reason? Who knows if shit happens randomly? I don't. God's will be done. Whatever's happening, you know what I mean? I guess it happens. Birds fry in the sun before they're like 3 days old, I guess. You know what I'm saying? My dogs chew their paws because they get allergies, and dog food companies rule the world and don't know how to even care about a living being. Unforeseen occurrence befalls us all. Oh, weather god. Only the weather god knows when what the weather's gonna be like on August 6th. Right, bro? What up, Colin? That reminds me. Well, enough of me ranting. I hope you all are doing well. You see, here's why I'm restless, irritable, and discontent. Because I'm all about me, all the time. It's my natural state. It's the natural state of alcoholics, and I would argue most human beings on earth. So, anytime that I'm restless, irritable, and discontent like this, it's all about what is my life going to be like? Am I ever going to get a partner? You know what I'm saying? Is my back going to prevent me from working out? Me. That's when we get so angry and restless and irritable and discontent. Moonlight walk with your dogs around the block, full moon tomorrow. Maybe it's affecting your mood, not kidding. Yeah, I mean, I don't discount any of that. Who knows if the mood affects us? Literally, who knows? Yeah, I'm gonna give the pool a try tomorrow. Float around, be easy. I got work on Saturday. I gotta walk around the zoo for 7 hours. Looking at all those imprisoned animals that mankind insists that he knows that they should be there. As soon as I got that job, this is why I say we don't know what we want. I'm like, word, I would love a job at a zoo. I love animals. As soon as I got it, I'm like, I don't like seeing animals behind bars, especially the bears and the lions that pace. Like a male bear will pace a path in his enclosure. He'll be pacing so many for years and years that a path is worn. And mankind's like, oh, I know. Yeah, well, we're masters and, you know, the Bible says all the beasts are ours. So, you know, how can you argue with that? Well, that bear that's been pacing for 4 years in the same, and then looking up and then pacing and then looking up and then pacing, and like has these neurotic tweaks, that might say something about whether or not that's right or not. So I got to walk around, I'm alone with these animals in their enclosures. You'll probably read about me in the paper. Tall, handsome man releases the bears from their enclosure. Had a pimple on his forehead and a back injury. Man. Well, the tides are affected by the gravitational pull of the moon. That I can understand. Now, you might say that the gravitational pull has a subtle effect on like the iron in our blood, you know, some shit like that. So I am more on the side of the moon does affect us. This is how life works too. Is for all I know, Sunday I'll have a chiropractor girlfriend, just because I did the next right thing and got a job, even though I swore I would hate it. You know what I'm saying? YouTube star with bad back violated by chimpanzee. Why they gotta say I have a bad back, man? That's none of everybody's business. Splatter himself on the bars outside my work. What? That's crazy. Cairo girlfriend. That's how the world works. 1 minute I'm complaining and discussing the legal suicide laws in Oregon, and the next I got a chiropractor girlfriend, probably from Oregon, you know, recovering alcoholic of 10 years, program's perfect, loves animals, was at the zoo in like black camouflage to release the bears from their enclosure when I met her. And I said, don't worry, baby. I'm not going to tell nobody. A swift jab to the spine. Well, I'd like to lie and say I'm a good fighter, but my biggest fighting skill is knowing that a punch to the face hurts. So I'm going to try to punch to the face. What? There's guys out there that have specific spots on the human anatomy that they're going to try to destroy. Ever since kindergarten, I've heard that punching in the face hurts. So I'm not a very good fighter. Although I have whooped some ass. Oh shit, I got a member at the last minute. Hell yeah. Ow! Well-being. Hell yeah. What up, well-being? I enjoy your comments on the off hours. Oh man, that's encouraging. Thank you very much. Bro, if you punch me in the spine, I hope you're a good runner. Because I may not be a good fighter, but if you're going to fight me, you better pack a lunch, because a coma couldn't stop me. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a long, drawn-out thing, and I'm going to try to kill you. If you punch me in the spine, you better be a good runner. Bro, if I stand up straight, no, there's no pain. Like leaning over and stuff. If I get the perfect position and start running, I'm pretty sure I can catch you, and then I'll just land on you. And bro, I'm gouging eyes and everything. You hit me in the spine and shit just because you knew that was my well-being. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. That has cheered me up a great deal. Like I said, slowly but surely with the building of that, you'll be member number 26. It was up to 28, but I don't know, you know. Some people probably got sick of me complaining about my back and shit, so they said, F this guy. Bro, I don't care. I'm going to catch you, and it's going to be pain. You know, how do you know I'm not just telling you I'm not a good fighter? I do know one thing. I'm tough as nails. I'm tough as nails. So you better pack a lunch. And you better come ready to die. If you want to fight, if anyone wants to fight me, they better come ready to die. And it's gonna be like chopping down an oak tree to try to get me. Or maybe you'll just hit me once and I'll fall down. I don't know. I talk pretty tough though. Americans have gun laws for a reason. Bro, you're 17 years old. I was in more fights than you've been in your entire life by the time I was 17 years old, and I'm 43 now. And I'm talking about jail fights and alleyway fights. I'm talking about knocking someone out with your skateboard kingpin that has a gun on you. I have done that. That is a true story. When I was about 17, 18 years old, aka your age, a shit ton of time ago, I knocked a gunman out with my kingpin on my skateboard. The blood was on the skateboard. I borrowed the skateboard. I had to give it back to Forrest Dalton with blood on it. Knocked his ass out because I had just watched the movie Kids and I was stoked. So, I mean, I may self-deprecate and tell you how much my back hurts and everything, but I'm tough as nails, and I've been literally around the world twice. So if you want to talk about Americans, all right, you can try it. You can try one of us. Americans are tough, bro. We're egotistical. We got Mike Tyson, bro. We got Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's from the Bronx. But yeah, I knocked a guy out he had a gun on me, and I knocked him out with my skateboard kingpin. Blood on me. And then later, this is a true story. Later, from the same projects that we were in, two guys that met their description had beat a pizza man to death because apparently, I don't know why they did it. Apparently, they were so angry that a couple skateboarders knocked them out. Probably. I've also kicked a grown man in his face. That's a whole other story. So whatever. These are all just opinions and egos, and I'm sick of opinions and egos anyway. But it's a fact, Jack. Heavyweight world champion of the world. America. Americans reign supreme in the boxing ring. I don't know about the MMA. Who knows? I don't care. Like, I'm going to represent America like it's me. Like, I don't really care. I don't really care if you got champions in Britain. I don't really care who cares? None of it means anything. Who cares about MMA and who's the best fighter except for Mike Tyson? And Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying, is fun to watch. Yeah, you should see these comments I'm laying people out with in Facebook. I mean, they're hurting. They're going to their corners and they're having to drink water and shit, and they're coming back to the comments, and I will lay them out. I am skilled with words. I got a sharp tongue. Well, being 44 years old now and never had to punch anyone in the face. See? That's a good man right there. I was dumb. That's why I got into fights. Jackass was popular. The movie Kids came out when I was real young. All kinds of stupid crap influenced. I thought that was the way to be. That's... stealing 40s and stuff, stealing 40 ounces in your jeans and stuff just because of movies. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't want to get all worked up. It's time to go rest my back. Thanks for letting me be vulnerable on here. I get sick of myself sometimes, and I try to stay away from giving advice. I hope you guys understand this. I try to just demonstrate what I do and see if it works. And like I said, AA has been working. You know what I'm saying? You guys have seen what doesn't work. Staying away from AA. You guys have seen it all. I try not to give advice. I just try to share my experience, strength, and hope. But thanks for letting me be vulnerable as well. But if you come and try to punch me in my spine, I swear to God, you better just be willing to lose your eyes. Ow. You better protect your assets. Chore Bunny, what does this picture look like? Chore Bunny. Man, I wish this was like America Online. Or remember when the internet was first invented? Me and Chore Bunny would go to a private room and chat. I'm just kidding. CB, Chore Bunny. Peace out, well-being. Thanks for cheering me up. That's the first of your many badges. If you notice, there's probably these custom emojis you can do. I think that might be the second tier. Here's Flea. Here's one of them little minions. I don't know. I try to hook up the perks and stuff, but then my attention deficit disorder kicks in, and then I'm wandering around the house wondering what the hell I'm doing with my life. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Nah, I stopped smoking weed, well-being. I had to stop smoking weed. I had to stop smoking vapes because that is my answer to my discomfort, and I'll just smoke from the moment I wake up till the moment I go to sleep. Smoke, 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 smoke. If you don't believe me, I could send you a picture of my grow room because I was sick of buying the stuff. There isn't enough weed in the world for me to smoke, and that's why I don't smoke any of it. I choose to deal with my problems by facing my fears and recovering. FEAR. Face everything and recover. So I had to get rid of weed. I had to get rid of, or I chose to. According to God's will, it wasn't. God's not going to say smoke a joint. Or maybe he will. I don't know. It depends on who you are and what your life's all about. But this addict, alcoholic, cannot. I will vape a vape, smoke tea, until I will smoke tea. I'll smoke weed until all the weed in the world is gone. You wouldn't believe how much weed I smoked. I'm obsessed. That's my disease. I'm obsessed. And I do that instead of dealing with my problems. One of the reasons today was a emotionally charged stream was because I'm dealing with my problems now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be pretty. Sometimes it's not pretty. You spoke in tongues to the holy guests and asked what the heck, and you heard right then and then. Stop it now. No wonder if I have weed obsession. Ghost, Holy Ghost. An easy way to tell is when you're feeling restless, irritable, and discontent, what do you reach for? I had a friend in the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. When I moved in, my dorm mate said I got wasted drunk like almost immediately, just alarmingly erratically, and was hitting on the next door neighbor, this like Colombian black chick. And then this is what happens. I'll start, if you think I spit my opinions on here or spit whatever, I was spitting one thing, got into an altercation with the roommates and shit. He said I came right in and chugged 2 beers immediately after the altercation. That's what it is. To deal with feelings, you go to your... She was fire. And she was feeling it, but you get drunk and you ladies and you dudes know how it is. There's a certain threshold where you got game, and then you step right over that threshold, and you're playing yourself. It's the same thing with bowling. There's a certain amount of beers where you're hitting strike after strike after strike, and then you just kind of nudge right over that threshold, and the next thing you know, your ball is in the other lane. Yeah, Heather seemed nice. She's got a boyfriend now, and that's an example of how, I don't know, well, I chose weed over her. That's what happened there. And even though she partook in we would partake in, you know, vapes and shit. The amount of weed I started smoking right off the rip is just, obviously you can look at me and be like, something's wrong with that person. They're an addict or something, because nobody smokes that much weed. And she's like, if you're going to have this, you know what I'm saying, weed. And I'm like, all right, hit the bricks. But it's a long story. It's a long story. I had already thought I knew what was wrong with her and started to pick her apart. We could talk about relationships next time, but like, it goes a little something like this. That girl over there that I don't know yet is perfect. Everything's about her is perfect. I'm gonna kick my game. I hit her with all my tricks and whatever. And, you know, maybe it takes some effort. If she's a good one, it takes some effort. And then as soon as I see her doe eyes and the way she looks at me, she likes me, my mind switches to, why does she like me? Something's wrong with her. And how messed up is that? When a girl starts to like you, that's a red flag. Liking me is a red flag. And yes, I've talked to a shrink about that. But how messed up is that? That girl right there is fire. As soon as she starts to like me, something's wrong with that girl. Heather seemed nice? Bro, you don't even know. There's a lot of girls that seem nice. Like I said, like the big book says, alcoholics seem to have a true inability to form true partnerships. Now, I don't know. I haven't read the answer. The answer, I don't know. Maybe I got to read some more. Talk to my sponsor. But there's whole meetings about this. Imposter syndrome, exactly. You know what I mean? Most women already see you in the room and won't actively engage in conversation with you. They'll just wave and smile, hello, etc. I don't know, Daniel. I don't even know what my issue is, let alone you. I think the problem with most people, and it's just my little old opinion, but I think the problem is people have to theorize, analyze, and even make up shit until they have a final answer. That's why a lot of the answers are bullshit. Because you're not supposed to know, or you don't know yet, or it's not in God's will for you to know yet. You know what I'm saying? But I rush my way and I just come up with some bullshit answer. When that wasn't it in the first place. AKA, what kind of girl do I need? I don't know, but I'm just going to rush into making a decision and just take the consequences. Lord Carlisle. What up, Luke Wild? You can become a member too if you want, brother. That'd be sweet. Who's Lord Carlisle? I'm not shocked either, bro. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I know what I got. I know what I have to offer. I know what I look like. I know, you know what I'm saying? Even with this pimple on my head, I could kick game on the best of days. On one of my off days, I'll be lucky if I don't get committed to a loony bin house. You know what I'm saying? That's my word. I'm not trying to deny that. We crazy. Most people are humans. Not even crazy. I won't even use the word crazy. Just human. Most humans are human. And humans are crazy, man. Humans are crazy. If you step back and look at humans, I mean, stupid. Me included, but I'm talking about mankind in general. It's just silly, ridiculous. Lord Carlisle of Lanercost. Humans are crazy, man. I've always said this shit, which is funny because it's like, are you an alien, James? I'm always saying shit like, humans are funny, man. But we do be doing some funny stuff. Like wearing clothes. What other species on Earth wears clothing? What does that say about us? I'll tell you one thing I think it says observably is we're so dumb we think we should inhabit all places on Earth. We can't inhabit Antarctica. There's not enough clothing on Earth. But we're going to inhabit to the very last inch what we can inhabit and just wear clothes and shit. We're also ashamed. Like, I can't let you know that I have another pimple. I can't let you know that I just farted. Bro, you fart too. You're the same as me. What kind of silly ass shit is that? Oh, he saw me naked. Bro, we're all naked.
Wow!
Whoa.
I feel good.
What? Get out of here.
I feel good. Wow! I feel good. Wow! I feel good. Wow!
Wow.
I feel good.
Wow, JV. Hey, I was just thinking about this too. People like Shades, JV, all the rest of you YouTubers out there, I would say I'm sorry I don't watch, but I don't watch other YouTuber shit. I watch Vines and Office clips, clips from The Office. I will participate, but like, there's nothing really that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel kind of guilty, but at the same time, I'm not your average dude. Like, I don't even watch the Joe Rogan show. I don't even watch Joe Rogan. I don't listen to Joe Rogan. I don't listen to any podcasts. Like, if you were to ask me to pull up Joe Rogan, I'd be like, go to YouTube. I don't know where to pull up a podcast. So, like, if any of y'all YouTubers are feeling some kind of way about me not being on your channel, please don't. The most I do on YouTube is watch Vines. I'm obsessed with Vines. No, I can't have a bad day now. That was very generous of you. And I don't know. I'll check out your channel. Theo Vaughn, I don't even watch other comedians. I've been on the stage as a stand-up comedian, but I do watch some comedians. You know why I think it is? I think it's because that's work to me. Watching another podcast or recovery channel, all I'm thinking about is what I need to do for work. So to relax in my relaxation time, I don't do anything. And if I watch a stand-up comedian, it pisses me off because I could be doing it, but I'm not. Because I got ADHD, motherfucker. I keep telling myself that. That's a real deal thing. Every time I've started to try to get on, I mean, I have been on stage. I have tried to get a stand-up thing going, but ADHD is a real thing, and I lose steam. The most work I've ever done on anything in my life, on my own steam, was the 100 long-form videos that are on this channel, and I think I did them in a year or a year and a half or something like that. And then also these live streams. You're looking at the most I've ever successfully kind of followed through with. And those long form videos, I can't for the life of me bring myself to make another one. I don't know why. It's ADHD. I don't know why. I hyper focus. I get interested in something. It's like a spin of the wheel. It's like a roll of the dice. These live streams, I have it. Notice how they don't change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I incorporate a little progress in every day, like making thumbnails. I'm sure you've noticed. I've started to do, and the membership existed for like 3 years before I started even asking people if they want to become a member and stuff. Now I got 30 members. Thank you. To to all of my members and to John Venturini. And, but somebody will be like, bro, you got to listen to Joe Rogan and shit. It doesn't matter if you tell me how good he is. It doesn't matter. It has to be a roll of the dice of my ADHD. One day, I'll be watching all the Joe Rogans, and I'll watch from episode 1 to episode now in like a month. Or I won't. That's how my ADHD works. I was watching, remember when I was talking about I'm going to move to Texas and kill Tony? I was obsessed. I was like, I have what it takes to kill Tony. I'm about to go murder Tony. Because I was watching Kill Tony shows, and I'm like, I was getting stoked. I was like, there's no way I will murder Tony. Ow. Fuck me. All right, I'm gone. I'm going to go lay down. All right. Thanks, y'all. Somehow, doing this live stream helps. So thanks, y'all. And I hope you're feeling... I hope you guys are... The show's called Kill Tony because to kill in the comedic business, in the stand-up comedy business, means to be so funny that everybody's dying with laughter. So the show's called Kill Tony. So I was obsessed with killing Tony for like a minute. I was gonna move to, is it San Antonio? I don't even know anymore. But Texas, apparently that part of Texas is really coming up, comedy scene and whatever. I was gonna devote myself to it. And then one day I woke up and I'm like, nah. I was on that for like a month and a half. And then one day, just out of nowhere, my ADHD just dismisses it. It's just like, nah, you're not gonna do that. That's how ADHD works. And it sucks, but that's just the way it does. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ice my back. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep it clean, keep it real, keep doing a damn thing. Peace.